Hands! Give me your hands now! Right here. Give me your hands!
What you just witnessed is a catastrophic failure in tactical discipline and a severe breach of public trust. Welcome to Civilian Audit. Today, we are launching a deep dive investigation into Cop Gets 5 Years in Prison for this video, a routine traffic evasion that rapidly deteriorated into a highly controversial use of kinetic force. Is this standard procedure for a fleeing suspect or an unlawful deprivation of civil rights? Let's analyze the facts. Our audit begins on the 28th of July, 2023. A 20-year-old driver, Robert Kidd, allegedly bypassed a traffic signal in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. When local units initiated a traffic stop, Kidd refused to comply. According to standard departmental operating procedures regarding vehicular pursuits, officers appropriately terminated the initial chase. Due to unacceptable risks to public safety in a populated area, this was a textbook tactical decision. However, the dynamic shifted when the vehicle was flagged as stolen. 40 minutes and 90 miles later, the Kentucky State Police intercepted the vehicle on Interstate 71. At this point, Civilian Audit notes the introduction of Trooper Hayden Kilbourne. Having graduated from the academy just 2 years prior in 2021, Kilbourne represents a relatively junior element in this high-stress environment. When Trooper Jake Null reinitiated the pursuit, Kilbourne joined the tactical formation. As we review the dashcam footage, we must ask, does a lack of field experience contribute to an elevated state of adrenaline and poor decision-making under pressure?
We get a flight successful flight trip.
10-4 is front left, is front right is flat right now.
Campbell. So good hit, Wolf on that.
37 pounds, we're past 45 and a half right now, speed's at 89, just slowing down just a little bit. 337. I have authority to hit vehicles to a slower speed.
If you can safely do it and the speeds are safe, 10-4.
10-4, we're coming to a stop right now.
I'm just a second behind you. 337, go ahead if you can.
.37 Campbellsburg, he's fleeing on foot in front of me. He's reaching for his waistband. Show me your hands, I will kill you! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! You are when I kiss you! Show me your hands, yeah! me your hands now! Right here. Give me your fucking hands! Show me your hands! Show me your fucking hands! Put your hands behind your back! Show me your hands! Right here. I will kill you! Put your hands behind your back now! Give me your fucking hands!
Calvert, I think they're on foot somewhere.
337. You get some!
Following the interception, the aftermath of the physical apprehension becomes the focal point of our investigation. The suspect, Robert Kidd, sustained significant structural damage to his facial region, including a fractured anterior tooth, alongside extensive contusions and abrasions across his cranium, upper extremities, and torso. When civilian audit applies the use of force continuum to these injuries, massive red flags emerge. Blunt force trauma to the facial area is classified as a highly escalated kinetic strike. Under the established precedent of Graham v. Connor, every application of physical control must be objectively reasonable based on the immediate threat presented by the suspect. If a suspect is no longer actively fighting or posing a lethal threat, administering strikes that result in dental fractures is not compliance control. It crosses the line into punitive physical retaliation. The legal fallout from this encounter was rapid and unprecedented. By August 2nd, 2023, an intense internal investigation was underway. Kilbourne was indicted on charges of assault and terroristic threatening, specifically for deploying a dangerous tactical instrument. Let's examine the paperwork. Kilbourne's official report claimed the suspect fled on foot, necessitating the deployment of an electronic control weapon, or taser. He further attempted to build a threat narrative by citing the suspect's prior felony status, alleged narcotics, and a supposedly bloody suitcase found in the vehicle. This is a common tactic known in legal circles as retroactive justification, but the judicial system saw through the smoke. In a highly unusual move, the special prosecutor opted not to present Kidd's charges to a grand jury, dismissing the local counts entirely. When a prosecutor drops charges against a suspect fleeing in a stolen vehicle, it is usually a direct application of the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. The arresting officer's conduct was so constitutionally tainted that it jeopardized the entire criminal case. Let's pause the audit right here. Considering the deployment of stop sticks and the suspect's subsequent crash, do you believe the use of an impact baton was a necessary tool for apprehension or a clear case of adrenaline-fueled retaliation? Drop your verdict in the comments before we examine the final judgment.
We have new information this morning regarding a former Kentucky State Police trooper sentenced to prison for assault.
Before we close this file, Civilian Audit evaluated the final resolution of this federal and state matter. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman recently delivered a definitive statement on law enforcement accountability. The 28-year-old former trooper, Hayden Kilbourne, was officially sentenced to 5 years in state prison after entering a guilty plea. The Carroll County court documents reveal a chilling reality. Kilbourne not only utilized a department-issued baton to inflict severe bodily harm during a traffic stop, but he also issued verbal declarations threatening lethal force against the subdued individual. When we analyze this through a modern time lapse, the shift in jurisprudence is undeniable. A decade ago, striking a fleeing felon in a stolen car might have resulted in administrative leave or protection under qualified immunity. Today, in 2026, the Fourth Amendment stands as an impenetrable shield against the abuse of authority. Deprivation of rights under the color of law is now a guaranteed path to a felony conviction and a prison cell. The ultimate takeaway from this audit is twofold. For the public, evading law enforcement escalates danger exponentially and is never the right choice. For those wearing the badge, the moment the threat ends, the physical force must end. Emotional regulation is the greatest weapon an officer possesses. Stay safe. Know your constitutional rights. And hold your public servants accountable. This briefing is provided strictly for educational, documentary, and analytical purposes. All assessments are based on publicly available data, court records, and OSINT. Civilian audit does not endorse, promote, or glorify any illegal acts or physical altercations. If you appreciate this level of independent procedural analysis, drop a like, subscribe, and share your own audit in the comments below. See you in the next briefing.